Hey guys, how's it going? Gen X Gamer here, bringing you guys another new video. This one's going to be some more news updates on the Ignition DLC for Black Ops 3. So, if you haven't seen our other previous video on this, I'm going to leave a link in the description. It'll tell you about the rumors we've been hearing about the new Ignition DLC, which should be coming out sometime next month, according to the rumors, for PlayStation users. So that'll be really exciting, and there will definitely be coverage on the channel for that. So if you haven't seen that video, I will leave the link in the description. Definitely go check it out. But there's been another new update to the DLC sort of rumors, and while Activision accidentally leaked a photo on their promotional website while promoting the Season Pass, there was like a discounted price for the Season Pass now because one of the packs has already come out, of course, and so while on their promotional website, they accidentally leaked a photo of the new Zombies map, and so we don't know officially what it's called yet, but on one of the theme screens for PlayStation, they accidentally leaked it, and from the rumors, from the photo that we now know is fake. We learned that there was going to be one of the 4 maps was a Zombies map, and it was called Die Unsell, which means the island in German. And I know my German was awful there. Don't fault me on that. But I'm thinking that that could possibly be the name. We don't obviously know yet, but that's kind of cool that we know that kind of what it looks like, and I'll have the picture on screen for you guys so you can check it out. But yeah, that's really an interesting update that they accidentally leaked the photo, and so we get to see a little bit of what might be coming up next month. So if you guys have kind of been following this DLC thing, let me know in the comments what you guys are thinking about the new maps, and how you feel about, how many maps they're bringing out, and what Call of Duty you think they might bring one of the maps back from, because they're definitely doing one of those retro bringbacks, is what we've kind of heard from the rumors. So another really cool piece of gaming news is Microsoft recently this week has been leading up to and has announced that they are moving forward with cross-platform gaming, which is really interesting because I've always said way back when, if any of you guys have followed the channel from when Air Force and I used to play on Wii, way back when his username was Mr. Potato and I was Sniper99, and we had all these different usernames on Wii, it was a much smaller community, and so we always thought it would be really cool if they could combine Wii, Xbox, and PlayStation and PC, so we could have bigger lobbies to play on, and I always thought that was a really cool idea if they could do cross-platform, and now it's really exciting to see that Microsoft is finally coming forward and saying that we will be coming forward with cross-platform gaming, and I think that's really neat. And so the first recent attempt at this game, at this system, is going to be the game Rocket League. If any of you guys have heard of that, I think it was actually free on the PlayStation Store for quite a while, or for a little while, a few months back. But it's kind of like futuristic soccer that you play with kind of go-karts, so you can do all sorts of different boosts and moves, and kind of you have to throw the ball into the push the ball into the nets using cars instead of players, and I thought it was a really interesting idea, and I've played a little bit of it. And so the first couple of games that this might be coming to is Rocket League and Street Fighter 5, obviously we have to wait on Sony's response to this, but currently those were the 2 games where PlayStation and PC have kind of already started this sort of cross-platforming going on. And then actually a long time ago on Final Fantasy, PlayStation and PC were also allowing cross-platform gaming between those as well. So Microsoft has decided to move forward with this, which is a really cool announcement, and I would love to see what happens with it. And they're wanting to move forward with console to console instead of just PC, because Microsoft obviously owns both of those markets, of the PC market and the Xbox market, but they want to move forward with Xbox to hopefully PlayStation cross-platform gaming, which would be really, really cool for people who play on Call of Duty, Battlefield, all sorts of different things like that, because those are really big markets, and if you combine them, we'll have bigger lobbies and more, games going on consistently, which will be really neat. And so you won't have to wait as long to find a game, and, games with, bad connection will go away, things like that. and it'll be really neat because it might even extend the lives of the older. Like if we take Call of Duty for example, it might extend the lives of some of the older games, and I think that's really cool because sometimes if you go back and play the older games, there's just not enough people playing for there to be a good game, and especially for us, when we used to play on Wii, they've shut down the old servers, is what I've heard, for Call of Duty now, just because there's not enough people playing them anymore. And since no Call of Duty games are being made for Nintendo Wii systems, they've completely killed the servers for Modern Warfare 3, things like that, because it's just costs them too much to keep it running. But if we're running cross-platform, you could theoretically go back and play older, in the future now, older games like Black Ops 3 and things like that, and different games that have been engineered to be played in cross-platform. And I think that could lead to really exciting things and extend game lives, so I would love to hear what you guys think about that. But anyway, moving on, so according to Microsoft, there will be an update for Rocket League, and it will be the first game to support console-to-console cross-platform play. And the update will be coming sometime in the spring, but the date is not known at the moment. And so the only sort of stipulation is not all games, according to this, will be cross-platform, because Sony and Microsoft have to agree, and then the game has to be developed in a manner in which that they can, combine the users from two separate closed networks of Xbox Live and PlayStation and PSN, and combine them so that it's still secure and safe, but still able to combine the two consoles. So now Microsoft announced this a few days ago, earlier this week, and and so we have to now we're waiting on Sonys response, and they did respond, but it's kind of midway between promising and not. So we'll see what happens in the next few days, and if anything changes, I will definitely try and cover it for you guys here. But Sony's current response is a little uncertain, and they've said, quote, that they're happy to have this conversation, and that's regarding developers, and they're willing and happy to talk to developers of upcoming games and trying to figure out if this is a viable option for them to include cross-platform gaming on the PlayStation Network. And the president of Sony, and I apologize for this, but his last name is Yoshida, and he says that the technical aspects of cross-platform gaming will actually be fairly easy to implement. That's not their main worry, which makes it kind of promising that, in my opinion, I think that's really cool that he's come out that far to say that, at least, that, implementing it itself won't be the issue, and that, they've argued that Sony already has cross-platform games between PS3, PS4, and PC on games like Street Fighter V and Rocket League, and in another article I found that actually way back in the early 2000s that I believe it was Final Fantasy XI, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but that was also cross-platformed with a PlayStation system, I think it was PS2 at the time, and PC, which is really cool that at least we know that they can do it. It is a possibility, and so Sony says that it may come down to more of a business and policy issue rather than a technicality or like a technical, implementation of it. And so I think that could lead to that could be a positive thing. I think it shows some promise that they've at least analyzed the technical aspects of it, and that they're saying that it is doable. But it needs to be profitable for them to do it. They need to not lose money, and they need to not violate some of their own contracts and things like that. So it is timid, but it shows that they're at least thinking about it and they haven't rejected, which is really good to hear. And they said that they would be happy to talk to developers about this, and that's good to know that at least, who knows, maybe the next Call of Duty, or, maybe not the next one, but in the next couple of years, recently, some of the new games that are coming out may just be cross-platformed, and you could have huge lobbies between PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and, all sorts of new consoles, and I think that's a really great idea, and I would love to hear what you guys think about that. That way, maybe it would really bring the gaming community more together instead of being three different factions, like, you know, people arguing that, oh, Xbox is better and PlayStation's better, or PC is better than all of them, and all these different sort of factions that have kind of formed. It'll kind of bring the gaming community closer together, in my opinion, and I think that's really cool, to kind of, you know, push us kind of together and to kind of work together a little more. And plus, I think it'll make the gaming experience a lot better for multiplayer online stuff, which would be really neat to see what updates come up for that. So yeah, if any of these news updates, you know, if anything happens over the next few weeks, I will try and follow it and keep you guys up to date. But yeah, if you enjoyed, definitely remember to like and subscribe, and I will definitely try and keep you guys updated on any new Black Ops 3 news that comes out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.